What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile here at TCGU University. This is part of our tournament series, and today I was doing Ermac, or for the tournament I was doing Ermac. This deck's pretty rad. You blow up like a lot of your opponent's foundations, and since you're playing like a literal like million six checks, you get to pass like a lot of your cards that are like really greedy. So we're playing like a lot of sixes and sevens. Then we're playing like a good high a pretty high curve for like foundations. Like we're only playing a couple ones. But yeah, this Ermac deck was really sweet, and it was sent to us by Daring. Shoutouts to you, Daring. But yeah, let's just get right into this sweet Ermac deck. Alright guys, so like I said, we're playing Ermac. He's a 6-hander with 28 life. He's got two different effects. R, destroy one foundation. After you check a character card, you and your opponent both destroy a foundation. And then enhance, discard a character card, draw one card, and then if it shares any symbols with your opponent's starting character, you get +2 damage for each resource symbol it shares with. So he's pretty cool. So we're going to try and control our opponent, because our deck's made to play on very few foundations, but not a lot of decks are. So our deck's built around playing on just a couple foundations. But so since we're playing that, we're playing 3 other Ermac, just because I feel like the coverage is pretty good. And then I'll just go over the characters real quick, just what symbols they're going to share. So we're playing one Dejanet for the all evil and void coverage. We're playing one Remulus for the air all fire coverage. One Ivy for the all evil and life coverage. As you notice, the theme of the deck is that all the characters have all at all times. So then we're playing one Yosh for all chaos death. Playing one Gil for all life and order. Sorry guys. Sorry, my throat. Playing 2 Ken 2 Dot for the all fire and void, which is actually really nice. Playing the 2 Kens. We're playing 2 Cassandra for the all earth and good. I feel like it's one of the few goods that we actually have in here off the top of my head. So this is super good. Playing 2 Goro for the all earth fire matchup. We're playing 1 Ken 1 Dot for the all fire good matchup. We're playing 2 Mei Lin 2 Dot for the all order water matchup. We're playing 1 Gyro Man for the air all evil matchup. And then I thought this was the most clutch character over the tournament. We're playing 1 Yamato Man for the all chaos and water matchup. I was playing against a lot of decks that just had like water or chaos or even all, so I would use like We Are Many, give him chaos or water, and then every time we discarded Yamato Man, I was getting +4 damage, which was really sweet. So that's it there for the character cards. Move on to the actions. We're playing 4 Big Shot Punch, 2/6, Enhance Remove. This card gets +3 or -3 damage, and then I can add a copy of Big Shot Judy from my discard to my hand. So we're playing 4 of her as well. 2/6. Remove. This attack gets +3 or -3 speed, and then we add a copy of Big Punch. So we're just going to make a million checks in our deck, and then we'll just play one of these and add the other 7 to our hand, and then we'll just Spirit Bomb our opponent. So on to the attacks. We're playing 3 Ghost Thief Funeral. It's a 5/3. Enhance, discard Momentum. If this is not blocked, your opponent loses 3, and we draw 3. Then Enhance, check a 4. If your opponent's at Desperation, destroy one of their foundations. We get to pick. This card's super rad. Love this card. Since we're playing a weapon package, basically, we're playing 4 Steel Res, just so the turns that we do try and beat our opponent, we have a really easy time of doing it, just because our attack curve is really high. But it's a 5/3. It gets -1 difficulty for each weapon card in our card pool. And then Enhance if it's not blocked. If it's blocked by a non-attack card, our opponent loses 2 life. This card's really sweet. Helps the weapon combos. We're playing 1 Soul Ball. I super love this card in this deck, actually. The 6/3, 6 mid 6 with the Breaker 1 charge range. It's got 3 different check 6s for enhances. We can either destroy one of our opponent's foundations, we can destroy an asset, or we can add a character card to our hand. Every single one of these are good. And since they all check 6s, we can check a character card to blow up one. So like we can use the enhanced check 6 to destroy one of their foundations. We check a character. Sweet, we'll blow up 2 foundations and we lost 1 foundation. Pretty rad. Playing 1 Dragon's Tongue. We have more on the side, but it's a 7/3, 5 mid 7, Breaker 2, powerful 5 weapon. The speed can't be modified, and then first E, if it's the first card you play this turn, you destroy all assets and all foundations, and then you can't play any more enhances, and then my turn's over after I play this. It's just a reset button if our opponent is outbuilding us to where we're like blowing up their stuff. So yeah, it's just a really, really good reset button. Best attack in the deck, easily by far, is we're playing 4 Guilty Throne. We can tap 1 card to resolve this card. That's insane. Enhance, all enhance, draw 3 cards. And then its other enhances, we can reveal the top 3 cards of our deck. If we don't like them, we can remove all 3 of them and then stack 2 cards from our discard pile on top of our deck. Yeah, like I said, this is easily the best attack in our deck. In worst case scenario, we tap a 1 to pass this, which is insane. With this card, just gives us so much value. This was easily the best foundation in the deck during the tournament. By far, actually just no question. 4 Dominion over the Earth. It's a 2/5. It's got 2 different effects. The first one is meh, but the second one was actually really, really insane. The first one's discard pile R remove. After you check this card, you can remove it to look at the top card of your deck and either put it in your discard pile or keep it on top. Then it has a respond flip. After you check a character card, you can flip this to put that character back on top of your deck. So we check a character card, we respond, put the character back on top of our deck, then we use Ermac to blow this up to make them blow up 1, and then we have another character on top of our deck to use Ermac again. Super, super good. This card was clutch. Since we're playing a little baby weapon package, we're playing 4 OG Mechanical Ninja. It's a 2/5 breaker 1 weapon. Our card pool, after you play it, you get +2 to your check for playing a weapon, and it's got 2 different enhances, which we can benefit off of it actually in our deck. It's check a 4, our attack gets +1 damage, or check a 4, check a 4 for our mid to get +1 damage, and then check a 4 for our high attack to get +1 speed. This card was actually really good as well. This was my second favorite card in the Foundation lineup. It's 3 not over yet until you die. We draw cards really easily. Our character naturally draws us cards, so we're using it for the Enhance Flip, add 1 attack from a discard pile on top of our deck. Super, super sweet. Playing 4 Sense of Morals. This is how we get most of our checks. How we do most of our checks, because we can just check a 4 for no reason. And so, like, there was one game where I had 3 Sense of Morals, and I, like, committed 2 of them for blocks, and then I was just like, on your next attack, I'll check a 4. I'll blow this up, make you blow up 1. I'll check a 4, make you blow one up, I'll blow up this. I'll play this other Sense of Morals, use its effect again. I blew up 3 Foundations that turn, and that wasn't including if I blocked or if I had any other checks. But it doesn't count towards progressive difficulty, and then we can check a 4 to ready one of our Foundations that have been committed due to one of our opponent's effects. Playing 3 Fusion of Souls. I actually super loved this card for the first form. Check a 6 to add a character card from our discard pile to your hand. So it's like we check a character to add a character, and then we can just blow out the Fusion of Souls, which is rad. And then it has one of the best deadlock enhances in the game, which is flip, commit your opponent's character. Super sweet. This deck can use it the best. So we're playing 2 TK Masteries. Everybody knows probably what this card does, but we're using it for the R. Check a 6. After your opponent gives stats, whether it's speed or damage to an attack, we can give it -2 speed or -2 damage. That's anytime they use a card effect to give stats to a card. Yeah, this card just gets abused in our deck. We're playing 2 We Are Many, You Are But One. It's a 3/6 2 mid unique. It's got 3 different effects. Enhance, check a 6, your opponent discards 1 momentum. R. Destroy, after you check a character card, your opponent destroys one of their Foundations. And then once per turn, you can give your opponent a resource symbol of your choice, which is super sweet, so it like helps our character cards get more damage when we discard off of them. And then when we use We Are Many, we can destroy 2 Foundations to make them destroy 2 Foundations if we check a 6 to make them discard a momentum, which is super, super nice. This card was really good. Sorry, guys. I felt like this was actually the sleeper in the deck. I felt like this card was actually really, really insane. It's a 3/6, 2 mid block, Mushroom Experimentation. Enhance, commit your character. Both players discard 2 and draw 2 cards. So you don't even have to have 2 cards in your hand because it's just, you don't have to. You can have 1 card in your hand and use this effect. And then Enhance, destroy, discard 1 card with a printed control of 6. Put this attack's damage to 1. We always have a character card in our hand. This deck always has a character card in its hand. So I feel like we probably should have bumped this up just a little bit more, in my opinion. We're playing 2 Radical Edward. So this is the reason why we're playing 4 Ermac. Is because when we check this, we add an Ermac to our hand. And then Enhance, commit one of our opponent's assets for Foundations. We can't blow up assets really in this deck besides the soul ball. So this just helps us commit it. Super nice. I actually really like this card as well. And then the last card in the deck, we're playing 4 Season Guide. It's just like Sense of Morals, but it actually helps us confirm our checks. So whenever we play an attack while this is in our card pool, we reveal the top card of our deck, which is really, really nice, because we can either, I'll check for a Sense of Morals to get rid of this Foundation, or get rid of this attack. And then I'll check to like play another card or something like that, and I checked a character, sweet, I'll blow one up. And then it was really nice building like 2 sense of season guides and then a sense of morals, and then being able to attack our opponent. Yeah, this and the sense of morals, they were actually really, really good for us. Yeah, guys, so that was my Ermac deck profile here. It was super sweet. This deck was pretty fun for the most part. The only thing I didn't like about this deck was that sometimes I just drew like a lot of character cards, and it was hard for me to find foundations sometimes, even with a decently high foundation count. But like the attack lineup is super sweet. You check 6s all the time, and then the foundations that are in the deck, they all do something that really, really help like your game plan. Whether you're checking for Sense of Morals to blow up your opponent's cards, or you're using TK Mastery, checking a character to blow up one of their foundations and give minus stats, or not over yet, discard a character card to draw like the card that you need. This deck was pretty solid overall. I actually did enjoy playing it for the most part, outside of just drawing like a lot of characters. There were a couple games where I drew like 4 character cards, but with playing the 18 character cards that we're playing, that just happens sometimes. But I think you guys should try this deck out sometime. Shoutouts again to Daring. Thank you very much for the deck list. We really appreciate it. If you like the content, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, and yeah, everybody stay learned.